Hello everybody and welcome again to another episode of Points of Articulation. My name's Dave and today we're looking at, not a stormtrooper, but K-2SO, the brand new droid from Rogue One, which I can't wait for. This guy's pretty cool, he's got a nice sculpt, the articulation is amazing, and let's just get right to the review. Starting off looking at the mold of this guy, I think they did a very good job. And like I mentioned in the other review, the Black Series usually does well when it comes to droids, aliens, guys in suits. And this is no exception. They hit the ball right out of the park with this guy. You can see all the little detail in his mouth section, the head, the neck. The interior of the neck has a lot of detail. The shoulders, the chest plate, buttons here. I mean, just non-stop. All these little pipes and panels. Let me turn it around. Antenna, more sections. I just mean very nice. It's really cool to look at. And then coming up to the arm here, we have a nice shoulder. Arm is done really good. Detailed nicely all the way around. We have this crotch piece, which has a bunch of panels on it. And the butt has a couple sections on both sides. And now we get to the leg, and the leg is done really cool. We have some panels going down. But also, in the thigh area, it is also detailed. How cool is that? And the legs are the same on both sides, so I'm only going to go over one. But again, the leg is fully detailed going around. Panels and these rings. Then we have our hinges, which it's the same for the elbow. There is a translucent piece of plastic in there, so it looks like there's nothing holding it together, it's just a ring. And that is awesome. That was a really good touch, and it's the same for here. You can see right through them. And then we get to the calf area, the bottom of the leg. And it reminds me a lot of the Terminator, how it's solid here. And then we have some sections down there. And that leads us back to the ankle. And again, translucent, so that's cool. And then down here is the foot. And the foot is done well also. I thought this was bendable, but it's not. Just one solid chunk. And I forgot to mention the hands are really cool as well. Giant hands, they remind me of a gorilla. Like how apes have those long hands like that. Really cool. Oh, and one last thing before I get to the paint. There's actually detail on the interior of the arm. The main color for the figure from head to toe is the main color on K2 from the head to the toe is this nice black. And you can see here, it has a little gloss to it as the light bounces off. And what they did was, similar to a lot of different ships of the original trilogy, they made it so it looks worn. And what I mean by that is, on the arm here, the chest, you could see silver paint, which is coming from underneath. Like it got scratched, and you could see it on the head. And that is all over the place. We have it on the back a little bit, here and here. And on the legs, it's in the front. We got some here, right there, and on the boot. Well, the foot, you know what I mean. And besides these scrapes, and again, we have some right here, and on the forearm. And the neat aspect is, they could have stopped there, but they didn't. They kept adding more and more paint. And we have some silver details that go around here. The eyes are painted. The mouth has silver doodads in the section right here. We have a red button. White and blue buttons here. Nice silver detail in the chest plate. On the back we have a white rectangle. Silver detail with a couple of red buttons. Imperial symbol. 3 silver lines right there. The right arm, Imperial symbol, and 3 white lines again. And for the shoulders, on both sides, even the legs, we have this nice bright orange. And that's really cool. And underneath, it's actually painted for the joint in a dark silver. Believe it or not, that is not all, because on a lot of these joints, especially the knees, these sections here, it is a dark gray. I wouldn't say metallic gray, but it is painted, because on this way you can see how it's black, but when you turn it here, now it's that metallic dark gray. And it's very nice. And that's for the elbows, and the wrist, the knees, and the ankles. And on the interior of the legs, we have the orange, like I mentioned before, but in between them is a metallic silver. Well, I think that's really cool, and it's hidden. On the stomach, we have a couple silver lines painted in. All in all, I think the paint on this is amazing. I really love the white eyes, the added buttons, and these silver scratches. So now that we looked at the detail in the paint, why don't we take a look at the articulation before we measure them and compare them to a couple other figures of the line. For articulation, the head is on 2 ball joints. 1 ball's in the head, 1 ball's in the chest. And the head can spin all the way around. It can go this far down, this far up, and also bend like this. And because it's on a ball, you could get a lot of cool angles on this. For the arms, they spin all the way around. They can bend up and also bend all the way around, but you gotta watch for paint rub. Mine has not rubbed off, but I'm sure if you kept doing it, something's bound to happen. Now the arms are really cool on here. It isn't just a bend like so, which the arm can bend both ways perfectly. But right here, we have a swivel, so the arm could turn. And believe it or not, right here is another swivel, so the hand and arm can turn. And before the hand, let me hold this. This can turn, and the arm could go forwards and backwards. For the joint on the waist, he can't really move forward, but he can move back. And once in this back position, he can move a little bit side to side. Not much, but enough. For the legs can move this far back, this far forward, and that far apart. Now the cool thing is, just like the arms, the legs bend, and they can bend both ways if you really wanted them to. But there is a cut right here, so the whole leg can spin. And then there is a cut right there, so the whole leg can spin again. Then we have our ankle, which can go all the way this way, and all the way back. And the neat thing is it has ankle pivot, so the foot can turn in all crazy directions. I'm really impressed with the articulation on here. I think they did a great job all around with everything so far. When measuring K2, he stands a little over 7 inches, almost 7.5. So he's a really tall figure and awesome. To compare with K2, I put him next to another giant character, Chewbacca, the first Chewbacca, not the Force Awakens one. And here he is with a Stormtrooper and K-2SO. And that's my review of the Star Wars Black Series K-2SO from the new film coming out next month. This figure is awesome. And yes, I do have him choking out a Stormtrooper. Now, this figure, it has a great mold. It has great paint, and the articulation is mind-blowing. I think Hasbro did a great job with this figure, and I fully recommend him. I do see this guy still in Walmart. I haven't seen any in Target and Toys R Us lately, but if you're quick, you could probably get one of these. They're about $19, $20, $21, depending on what store you go to or what state, I guess, with tax. And if you can find them, just grab them. I hope everybody enjoyed my review today. If you did, please like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.